Welcome to Fearless and Power Tube. So you've talked many times about how you want to change your life. You want to get control of your life. Well, let me tell you a little secret. So one of the things that people just don't know is that their self-worth and this little thing that they say in their head is getting in their way. And it is, I am not enough. How many times have you said, I am not smart enough? I am not pretty enough. I am not skinny enough. We say these things all the time and they get in our way. We want to go and date someone. We want to talk to someone. We want to go out and start networking and making new friends. But we feel like they won't like us. I am not outgoing enough. I am not friendly enough. I am not sociable enough. I haven't accomplished enough. You see, we tell ourselves these stories, but the problem is that they go deeper. So, let's talk about how deep these things go into our subconscious mind. And if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know I talk about how everything starts in the mind. So going deeper now, when we say something like, I'm not good enough, we're saying, I can't do that. What we're doing is we're putting a limit on what we're capable of. It's a story, it's not real, because the bottom line is we know that there's lots of people out there that don't even have an education. They're going out there and they're crushing it. I'm a woman. What kind of an excuse is that? Well, it's not. The fact of the matter is that there's lots of women out there, moms, that are out there succeeding and they're accomplishing. You can do anything as long as you set your mind right. I am not lovable. That one was tough for me. So I had a really long marriage, couple of decades, longer than a couple of decades, couple of kids, and I looked at that like it was a big failure when it ended. And of course, I attacked myself. I looked inward like it was my fault. It was my failure. I know that I played a role in it, of course. We always do. There's two sides to everything. But the fact of the matter is that I came out of it and I felt like I wasn't lovable. The story was he wasn't home, he didn't pay attention to me, and the marriage just degraded. But we've seen this before, right? So it's nothing new. You know, the fact is that he had his sights set on something else, and I just wasn't a priority. The kids just weren't a priority. But I told myself a story. I told myself I wasn't lovable. I wasn't pretty. I wasn't skinny. I wasn't educated enough. I wasn't enough. But you know what was worst of all? Is I was too much. I was too passionate. I was too pretty. I was too skinny. I was never good enough. Have you ever told yourself that you weren't good enough for someone else? Your parents, your kids, your boyfriend. We tell ourselves these stories, and then we drill down into the stories, and it breaks down into our self-worth. I can't do anything right. I can't do that. I'm not educated enough. Well, what we're doing is we're telling ourselves that we're not capable of achieving what it is we want to achieve. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I've accomplished from being homeless, working 3 or 4 jobs, overcoming tremendous difficulty with drugs and alcohol everywhere around me, people that were out of their mind with LSD, to succeeding and living a life that's full of abundance. I've got beautiful children, but this isn't about me. Understand that it is about living your life and looking at your dreams and feeling like you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to go after those dreams as if your life depended on it. What is it for you that you want? Don't get in your own way. Don't let these stories become part of your mind like I did once. Because it's all about what you can achieve, what you want for yourself. Don't let yourself get in your way. Now, I can tell you, in my journey, I got in my own way so many times because of my low self-esteem and my self-worth. I'm here to tell you that you're bigger than that. You can achieve so much more than you allow yourself to believe. If you want to start a business, I'm here to tell you that you can do just that. Don't get in your own way. Learn everything that you need to learn. If you want to stand on stage and be the best body, I was a physique competitor and I got first place against women that were half my age, and I'm proud to say that. It was a great accomplishment. You see, we want to look at our life like we're fearless, like we can go after anything that we want to achieve. I can think of an individual that was close to 300 pounds, and he wasn't gifted with genetic skin bouncing back. He has a lot of leftover skin. He lost all that weight. But you know what he did? He did it for himself. He stood on stage. He didn't let any of his inner thoughts get in his way. He lost all the weight. He built some muscle, but he still had saggy skin all over the place. And there he stood on stage, posing, right? His moment. And he did that because he wanted to achieve something that he'd never thought he could. There are so many people out there that want to just get through the next moment. And I've been there. I remember selling just about everything I had just so that I could have milk. Of course, I'm a vegan now. It seemed like that was really important back then, to have milk, to have bread. Those were the basics, right? And we sold so many of our things just to have those basics. And my self-worth was about that big. And I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, just helping in my husband's business, helping him thrive. And I felt so small, never knowing what I had inside of me, that I could be so much more. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter if you're black or white or male or female or from the depths of destitution, you can be anything that you want. You can talk yourself right to the top level of success if that's what it is you want. You have to do the work. You have to put in the hours. You have to have that passion and that drive to get you through the tough times. I've talked about this before. But what we need to do more than anything is work on our self-worth and our mindset. It all starts from here. But you have to have that inner love for yourself, that pull to your passion. I want you to sit back today and I want you to think about everything that's wonderful in your life and think about what you can accomplish. If I can do it, if I can pull myself up from being homeless, you can do anything that you set your mind to. No more are you going to sit and think, I am alone, I am worthless, I am unlovable. Because I thought of that too. I thought after my marriage I wasn't lovable. I was a throwaway. I'm so glad that I worked through that. If that's where you are today, I hope this video touches you and helps you and lifts you up to know that you are so much more. Remember, everything starts from right here.